What's up, everybody? Scatterbrain Dad here.
Mob Street 83.
Today, I better tie my shoe here. So today is our Monday Moves videos. We're basically gonna spend a little bit of time today talking about if you're at a job, and I know we've kind of touched bases on this before, but it seems to be something that I feel needs a little bit of attention solely because of, we've got a few people we know that recently it seems that they are not happy at their jobs. Now, like we discussed, I mentioned it before in another video, it's not necessarily the job that they hate, right? It's more so of how they're being treated or the people they're working with,
Right? Or, getting blamed for things that they're not necessarily doing, and kind of taking the hit for it, So recently we talked to a few that, one kind of feels stuck, just waiting to see what'll happen, and the other one kind of just sick of the people that they're working with and kind of being a two-face in a sense, acting one way, in the office, and then when the big wigs show up, doing a complete 180 and acting another way.
And that kind of comes into, I think, any kind of job. So obviously, anywhere you work, or let's say, for instance, I feel the bigger a company is, the more drama, the more stuff's going to happen at work. Now, the only difference I see here is, like you said, getting blamed for somebody else's mistake. Now, I have a hard time with that because sometimes I get blamed for stuff in the lawn care industry that it's automatically, just blame the lawn care guy, or, I don't know, just we get blamed for a lot of stuff, whether it be sprinkler stuff or breaking something, there's times where, I broke a window, yes, but there's also a lot of things that we get blamed for that literally I don't touch the stuff, or I don't know. I'll have to think of some stuff. But anyways, I talk with my customers and I say, hey, let's talk about this. What happened? This is what we were doing. It wasn't us. And we take care of things. Now, the difference working for somebody else, though, is you're doing your job. Say you're doing your job. You're doing what you're supposed to. Your coworker over here is doing something he shouldn't be, or not listening, or not doing the proper procedure, and something happens to, I don't know, something goes wrong. So whether it be, I don't know, in a warehouse, or like I don't know, what other jobs? There's a lot of jobs out there, but basically just something goes wrong that's not your fault. And you get the blame for it. Or you get drawn into that because, say, you're, equals. It's kind of like,
you're both on the same level, you're both the same pay grade.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I've worked for myself for a long time, so I don't know how that works, what you would call that. But yeah, basically, something happens, you get the blame, and they're lying about some stuff. You know what I mean? It happens. You're going to get a coworker who, lies, and they're like, well, that wasn't me. I find that obviously that happens a lot. So, to the point, what do we do about some of that stuff?
I think what we've talked about is you got to go in confident.
Oh, yeah.
And don't go in confrontational, but go in with confidence, and just try to explain things in the most calm way possible, so that you're not escalating the situation.
Yeah, so obviously you're going to want to listen to what they have to say,
right,
what the problem is, why you're being brought into this, and then, voice your opinion in a way that it's confident, like, hey, I did not do that. Now, you want to hear some stories, and this is what went down, and this is my side of things. There's obviously going to be all sorts of sides of stuff, and they may want to talk with each people individually, but if you got enough confidence, call a big meeting and say, you know what, bring him in here. Let's talk to him.
Or
Together.
her, or her,
Or her, whoever
it may be.
Yeah, him, her.
But the thing is I think with that is make sure that, like you had stated earlier, stand firm.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if something's going down and you're aware of it, maybe even before this becomes a problem, if you're noticing something, voice your opinion on those things. Say, hey, so and so is doing this. This isn't the way we were taught, or whatever it may be. But do your best. I think one of the most important things with the whole thing is to stay calm with it.
Yeah.
Don't escalate the situation.
But just be confident, though. I mean, you can just be like, you know what? I know what I did. I don't think it's my fault. Like, whatever. And things are gonna play out. Obviously, every situation is gonna be different. So, what works for you might not work for me, or what works for me might not work for him. But basically, 99% of the people who are unhappy at their job, it's either the employees or coworkers that they have to work with, or their bosses. And sometimes bosses get a little comfortable and don't treat everybody fairly, or some people just want to stick in their headphones and say, leave me alone, I'm going to go to work. That's fine, but if you're truly unhappy with any type of job, so if you've tried your hardest to go to the correct people to talk to about these situations and things aren't changing, dude, nowadays it is so easy to change, right?
It is.
Now, when I say change, I mean start networking with other people. Go to another dealership, go to another car lot. If you're a car salesman, go to another, I don't know, what other type. If you're a pizza delivery driver, man, go to a different pizza place, see what's up, see if they can pay more. I don't know, whatever. If you're in, a place that's deals with firearm type related stuff, go check out the lawn care scene. That might be all right.
Well, I mean, one of the things too, I was in the motorcycle industry for close to 20 years before I jumped over into the lawn care.
Yeah.
And within that time, I mean, working with sales and everything, you make friends and you make acquaintances in other businesses within that industry.
Yeah.
And maybe just throw some feelers out there. Be like, hey, what you guys do sounds like a good time. How do you guys get treated? You guys looking to hire anybody else?
Exactly.
Is there something along with that? And that was actually one of the big things with me was there was a lot of opportunity there, but I kind of wanted to stay close to home.
Yeah.
And when I left the motorcycle industry, actually, I went to the firearm industry after that.
What?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, wow.
But then went from firearms to lawn care. So, anyways, but just within that though, that networking, the motorcycle industry could have taken me all over the United States, but
yeah,
I wanted to stay close to home. Made the changes that I made, and I haven't regretted it.
But the main thing is it's looking for change.
Right.
So it doesn't have to. If you went to school to be, I don't know,
An accountant,
or a dentist, even, there might be an opportunity out there where you could make more money. You just got to keep your eyes open and talk to people, network. You see someone over here living a good life, they're always buying stuff or something. Some people go crazy and put stuff, they get into quite a bit of debt and they make dumb decisions and maybe they aren't living exactly like, how it looks. But, once you start talking with some people, you can kind of get the feel for things and you can realize or even just ask questions and be like, hey, what is it that you do? Like, I'm sick and tired of my job. Like, what do you do? Like, why are you so happy all the time, it seems like, and you don't have any stress and you just seem like you're a little carefree almost,
Right.
like you like your job. There's a lot of people who like their jobs. Go talk to those people, man. Find out what they're doing. Find out if there's an opportunity within that industry. And who knows, maybe what you went to school for might not be what you're meant to do, and you might do something else.
However, with that though, with that education, maybe what you learn can carry over into that other industry.
Oh, for sure. I'm
Yeah.
a firm believer on networking with anybody. I don't care what you do, because you start getting together with people. It don't matter what your education, your background. There's times. That's why I say in some of my other videos, if you've watched all the way through, which I doubt any of you are even still listening at this point. But if you are, hit that like button. But I just feel that looking into somebody else's business from an outside perspective, you might think of something they haven't, or kind of like an employee who is stuck at their job and is like, I hate this job. Okay, I don't hate this job, but I hate the people. They're treating me like crap. I'm just looking for something better. Well, you can have someone come in from the outside and look at that and say, well, why don't you do this? Why don't you go to your boss and say this? Or I don't know, even just talking to someone else about your frustrations could even help at your job, because they might give you some advice that could help. Or with the business, they could give you advice on your business that could help your business, and they could be a painter. So a painter could come in and look at my lawn care business and say, hey, well, have you thought about doing this? And I'll be like, wow, that's a good idea. Or vice versa. Talk with a painter and be like, hey man, how's things going? What are your process? What are things going? Blah, blah, blah. And I could maybe be like, well, have you tried this? And they might just be, it's that round table we talked about in the last video again, man. It don't matter if it's something to do with your industry, network, coworker, I don't know. It doesn't have to be, I don't know how to say it. Change your mindset, basically. Let's just leave it at that. Change your mindset. Get out of your comfort zone. That changes things big time.
And don't ever feel like what you're doing, or you can't go any farther, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Don't ever feel like, this is the wall, and this is where I've got to stay.
I mean, if you're happy at your job,
more power to you.
You're going to be happy, and that is just fine. You don't want to go for it? So, for instance, a lot of people ask me, why don't you grow your business? Why don't you go bigger? You're doing really well. Why don't you hire more people? I don't want to. Period. I don't want to deal with the bigger business aspect of it. I have dealt with that in the past. It's good money. I could do it, but I don't want to, I guess on my end, I just don't want that stress again. I've been there. Where I'm at now, I'm so much less stressed that I'm happy. And now we're pursuing another business. And we'll keep doing businesses. That's fine. But, for my core business, when I make my money, I'm happy. Truly happy. I don't even care if I grow any further. There's really not much more I can grow doing it all myself. But I still want that time to do, have some free time. But,
right.
I don't know. We might have strayed a little bit. But, for the most part, if you're not happy at your job, I'm going to say this every freaking Monday. If you're not happy with your job, change. Go talk to people. If you're afraid of your boss, or there's a boss, go keep climbing the chain until something might change. And if something doesn't change, look for something else. Doesn't have to be what you're used to. But there's always going to be something else you can do.
Yep.
Period. I mean, that's just a no-brainer. But it's hard. You get stuck. I guess feeling stuck, you might feel stuck because maybe you've got a lot of bills to pay, and then that can go back to our other video about simplifying stuff.
Simplifying,
right?
And don't be afraid to work.
Oh yeah.
Don't be afraid to get out there and get stuff done.
No.
I mean, hard work and dedication, that's what's really going to get you through everything.
Yeah, hard work, dedication, and the drive to succeed.
The motivation.
Yeah. We're going to do it.
Sweet.
So, I think that's enough for now. It's probably too long. But yeah, till next time. Peace!
See you Monday.